Let's go live. All right, so just in case. So we're getting started here. I am doing the next live workout. This is my push day A workout plan. So I'm doing an A-B split. It's legs push pull, legs push pull. Doing one set of workouts for the A first 3 days and then B for the second 3 days, which I really like because it gives me a little bit more variety, which is quite nice. Doing something a little different for a change. So, oops, turn that down. Just making sure this is working real quick. Sweet, we got it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get my first warm-up set in, and we'll talk about what we're doing. I'm starting out with the dumbbell flat bench press and doing 15 reps with 25 pounds just to warm up here. Always want to make sure you warm up, don't just get into that heavy weight. If you're working out today, let me know in the comments what you're doing, what your plan is like. But I do my warm-ups just like the actual reps. Want to control on the way down, pause, push back up. $15 reps. Nice and easy. That's the idea. I see a lot of people speed through reps when they're doing their warm-ups just to get through it because it's easy. But even though it's easy, it doesn't mean you just want to sit there and go really fast because, well, that's how you get hurt. So you can still get hurt even with those lighter weights. Let me change this a little bit. There we go. So that's the first set. Just give it about a minute or so. I'm gonna hop into my second set. Pull up this. I just keep track on my phone. I don't know if that's too bright, but essentially you can see there. I'll post all the lifts after I'm done with the workout so that you guys can follow along if you're wanting to. I'm not gonna try to charge people for my workout programs. I mean, just share with you what I'm doing, what works for me. 25 for 15. Next I'm gonna do 55 for 10. So this is the second warm-up, and after that, we're gonna go into the working sets. And this is my pre-workout of choice, Harder Than Last Time Subs. I am affiliated. I've got links in the description that'll give you a code for 10% off, but this grape candy pre-workout is my favorite. And I got it in my drink right here. Drank most of it already. But finishing up as we get going. $55 for 10. Starting to feel a little more stretch. Not really burning or anything yet, but that's what I want. Before we move in to the working sets. So, I'm gonna be doing 85 pounds for sets of 10 to 12, hopefully. We'll see how that goes. It's kind of funny, I was a little surprised, like, my A workout plan here, I do flat dumbbell and then I move to incline barbell. And on the B plan, I start with incline dumbbell, then flat barbell, just because I still want to get some barbell work in. I know I won't be able to go as heavy. That's all good. We're just trying to control the reps, go nice and slow. But I'm only 5 pounds stronger on the flat than I am on the incline with the dumbbells, which I thought was kind of interesting. I'm using these micro gains plates because I've only got 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So if I want to go in between, this helps out. Instead of going from 80s to 90s, I can go 80, 82 and a half, 85, go up in smaller increments, which is ideally what you want to get if you're trying to really focus on controlling the weights, not just throwing them around. And it has been helping out. But it's one of my more recent videos, so you can see my review on them. It does take up space on the dumbbell. And if you have the dumbbells that are like these, as you can see, these are like the contoured grip, not the flat ones. They don't stay on the ends. They kind of slide down a little bit into the groove part in the middle, but there's still plenty of room for your hands, so it's not a big deal. But they do work better and stay in place if you have some flat dumbbells with a grip on them. So, something to keep in mind. It's a little bright. Sun's starting to come out. So, last time I got 2 sets of 11 on this. So hopefully, we'll see if I can get 12 this time on the first set. If I can get 12 and then 11 on the second set, then I'll bump up the weight on my next workout. Actually, I may wait until I get 12 and 12 because I only have 4 2.5s on these micro gains plates, so I'd have to jump 5 pounds up to 90 instead of just doing another 2.5 pound jump. So I may wait till I get 12 and 12. That way when I get to 90, it's not like as big of an increase. If I'm only going up 2.5 pounds, then once I get 12 and 11 on my first 2 sets, and that's good. But I'm gonna be doing 85 for 2 sets and then 80s for a third set. So I'm shooting for 10 to 12 reps, the second set 9 to 12, and then third set, since I'm dropping the weight some, 10 to 15, just whatever I get. And the thing to remember here is to still focus on controlling that weight down. I like to stretch my shoulders out a little bit between sets with this band. But control on the way down, pause. I don't mean hold it there forever, but just stop the motion completely so that I'm not getting recoil back up to help with the reps. Because I could probably do the 90s, maybe even 92 and a half, as I'm doing with the 80s. If I just go right down and back up, just touch my chest and back up. But as I said in the range of motion video, it'll be coming out next in a few days. When I got fewer injuries when I started doing full range of motion on all my lifts, but on the bench press, I would still get injured once I started getting heavier because I would hit my chest and go, and that jerking motion at the bottom is a lot of stress, and I've got messed up shoulders anyways. So try to go down, stop it, but keep it engaged, and then push back up, and you get a whole lot more out of it, especially with lighter weight. So we're gonna see if we can get 12 here. Under control. Got this. 3. 6. 9. 10. It actually felt pretty good. Easier than I thought it would be. So that's a good sign. I probably could have, if I really pushed hard, gotten 13 out of that, but I've gotten to the point where I used to try to go to failure on like every set. But if you're within like 1 to 2 reps of failure, you're gonna get pretty close to the same amount of muscle growth with a little less fatigue. So I'm gonna save the failure for my next set, and then the third one as well, because I'm gonna try to hit that 12 again on the next set, maybe 13 if I'm feeling it. Then drop it down to the 80 and get between 10 to 15 reps. So mark that down on my phone. And I highly suggest keeping track of your lifts like this, so you have a plan. When you go into the gym, you're not just doing random stuff. If you just want to generally stay healthy and fit, yeah, going in and doing random whatever you feel like doing that day is fine. But if you're wanting to build muscle, you want to progress, tracking your workouts is the key to making that happen. I've been doing this for a little over 4 years now, consistently tracking my workouts, and my workouts have evolved. I mean, you can go back and look 3 years ago when I was doing live videos, my workouts looked way different. But figure out what works for you. I was following workout plans, and I pretty much make my own based on what I've learned and what works for me. So yeah, that, and then tracking food as well, making sure you're getting a gram of protein per pound of body weight, whether you're bulking, whether you're cutting. Not as important if you're bulking. You could get away with 0.7 to 0.8 grams, but you're eating more food, so it should be easy. But especially when you're cutting, you want to be getting that 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, so you're giving enough protein for your muscles at least to maintain as you're cutting down, especially if you're getting deep into a cut. So, man, that set felt really good. My workout last week, I wasn't feeling it as much. That almost felt easy. And as you go, like say you're limited, like I have up to 100-pound dumbbells. It's gonna be a while before I'm doing those for sets of 12, but say all I had were these 80s and you didn't have more, well, I could just go down and pause there for longer. Count 1, 2, and then go up. And that more time under tension in that stretch position, you're gonna get more out of that lighter weight. All right. It's probably enough rest. Oh, a trash can cleaning company is cleaning out the trash can. Oh dang, my battery on my camera is quite low. Hopefully it holds up. But if the stream cuts off, or at least goes black, I'll switch out the battery real quick, and then we'll be back up. So just in case that happens, be aware. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're doing today. I'm gonna tilt this down a bit. Should have checked my battery. I've got it plugged in to external power, but you know, I didn't actually check the battery level. 85, here we go. Three. Six. 9. 11, but so I didn't get that 12, but that's still one more rep than last time, so there we go. And that one extra rep felt easier too. On the set of 12, it wasn't total failure. So 85 for 11, got that in there. All right, just checking some messages on my phone. If you guys are joining the live stream, you got any questions in general about lifting, technique, programs, exercise selection, dieting, meal plans, whatever, post them in the chat and I can answer your questions between sets. Love this shirt. Freedom, kind of like the Pfizer symbol, but it says freedom, safe and effective. Got this shirt from Awaken with JP. He's got a pretty funny YouTube channel. That last set felt good. You see I've got set up already. Try to set up as much stuff as I could ahead of time to save time during the live stream. I'm gonna be doing 30-degree incline bench after this set. I do one lighter set of 7 reps just to kind of, feel the change in motion using the barbell, and then go into 2 hard sets. Right now I'm doing 3 working sets of dumbbell bench press, 2 of barbell incline, and then 2 of weighted dips. So that gives us what, 7 hard sets for the workout twice a week. Well, actually in my next workout I only do 2 chest exercises because I do overhead press for the shoulders. So it's getting bright quick. So that's 7 plus 5 on my next workout. It's 12 hard sets for chest. After I go through the program for about a month, I'll probably add on another set of the incline press, whatever the second lift is. So then I go to 14 hard sets over 2 workouts. Then I'll add another set of dips. That'll put me at 15. Then I'll probably add another set of dumbbell bench press, and that'll put me at what, 17. So getting somewhere between 10 and 17 hard sets when you start out your mesocycle, slowly building up, getting more and more till you get to the point where you need to deload, which for me, deloads aren't as necessary for me doing hypertrophy training, because when you're doing the lighter weights you can control, you work the muscles really hard, but it's not fatiguing on your joints and stuff like the strength training I was. The last month before the powerlifting competition I did was pretty rough. My knees were hurting, my lower back was hurting, my hips were hurting, my shoulders at times, because you're constantly lifting heavy weights. Whereas this, you're constantly challenging your muscles, and it's hard, but it's not as fatiguing. And with my job, I go out of town, so I usually doing other exercises, not as hard. So it's like I get a little mini deload every month. Anyways, just depends on your situation. All right, 80s now. Somewhere between 10 and 15. This is the failure. Four. Eight. Dang. Only 10 today, so you can see strength is going down quick. After those first 2 hard sets, I got more reps with 85 than I did with 80, so those, this will be kind of loud here. Those pause reps, they make a huge difference. Man, it's getting bright, really bright. those pause reps really make a huge difference. I need to move this tripod to the other side because of that sun. Let's see. Try to do this without my computer unplugging. Oh gosh, that was close. Move all this stuff over. Get more of a head-on view. A little better lighting here. I think that's probably good. Still pretty bright. So, yeah. So I only got 10 reps on that last one. 10 and 1 negative, I guess. But it's challenging. I definitely feel my chest way more doing those pauses than I did just trying to get out as many reps as I could, because I'm really focusing on the muscle. Engaging the whole time, pausing, and then really feeling my chest as I push back up. So now, let's get this ready. I always forget where to put this on here. I have it. I know perfectly the bottom of it against the edge of this is perfectly aligned for when I'm doing flat bench. Whenever I'm doing incline, I forget how far back to put it. That's no big deal. So, since this first one's a light set, I'm just going to go ahead and take care of it. Angle this up a bit. The joy of live video. Trying to set stuff up. There we go. Okay. One more quick drink. I have to get that refilled. One of my kids will hook me up. Man, we went from cloudy, overcast to super bright. All right, this is 105 on the incline for 7 reps. Nothing crazy, but same thing. Down, stop it on my chest, push back up. Simple as that. Felt pretty good. No pain. Got me to move this back a tiny bit. Movement felt good on my joints, so load up the bar for the 2 working sets. I'm gonna get my hat out here in a bit. Hair's starting to get in my face. We're gonna go up to 160. So we got 135 plus a 10 on each side for 155 and a 2.5. These weights, these rogue bumper plates, they've got the bolts on one side. I always like to put my first weight on with the bolts facing in. And then any of these type of weights, I put on the outside, the bolts facing out, because I like the way the bolts look. Anybody else like that? You have a certain way that you like putting the bolts or the weights onto your equipment when you're at the gym? And then if someone's with you, you see them doing it, and they put it on a certain way, you're like, oh, I want it on the other way, and you go flip it over because you're weird like me. Let me know in the comments. But it's funny. It's all good fun. Let me get a refill real quick. See if one of my kids can hook me up. Oh, filled up myself. I forgot. All of my 4 big kids are with my dad at the bowling alley right now. So I wasn't about to have my 2-year-old do that, because then my water would probably be half on the kitchen floor. All right, so we got 105 for 7. Let's do 160. This is between 10 and 12 reps again. I gotta remind myself every time, pause it and push up. Don't start going through it quicker just because it's getting more difficult. The idea here is to engage the muscle, focus on actually working and not trying to get a certain amount of reps. You do want to have a goal for reps so that you have something to base your progress on. But you don't want to just get more for the sake of it, regardless of what the form ends up being. All right, 160. That's why you want safety rails. Oh, thought I had that last one. I got 12 in 12 pretty easy with 155 in my last workout. So I thought I should be able to get 11, you know? But it doesn't always work out that way. So now, I'm doing the strip of shame. Having to strip the bar so I can put it back up there. But really, weightlifting is one of those things where it's actually a good thing to fail because you know you pushed yourself. If you always make your lift, then how do you know if you're really giving it your all, you know? So, I'm good with that. And you got the safety rails, so then it's easy to fail. It's no big deal. And something to keep in mind too, you know, last time I was saying last week I got 155 for 2 sets of 12. So I should be able to get, you know, 160, probably for 11. Something that would make sense if this was the first lift that I was doing in my workout. But I only got 85 for like 2 sets of 11 last time. Whereas this time, I got 85 for 12 and then 11. So I actually did more work before lifting this, so my muscles had to work harder. So really, if I hit the same thing on incline as I did last time, it would really still be doing more than the previous time because I did more on my set before, if that makes sense. So you're more fatigued going into that second lift, second exercise. So we got 10 reps on that. So same thing, 10 to 12 reps, then 9 to 12 reps. You know, something I didn't consider, I could have used my 1 1/4 pound plates and put on there and just gone up to 157.5. You know, I think I'll do that on this next one. Oh, we'll see. I'll just keep it that because I don't feel like moving the bar around. I'm sweating a lot. And my normal sweat rags are in the washing machine right now, so I guess I'll just use my shirt. But, you know, talking about motivation, I see a lot of people ask online, you know, what do you do to stay motivated? How do you stay motivated? You gotta like it and want to do it. So you gotta find some kind of plan that works for you. And you gotta have a goal too. It helps you to have something to work towards, especially when dieting. Like I dieted down for my powerlifting meet to get in the next lower weight class. I hit it. I ended up coming in like 3 pounds below it because my scale was like 1.5 pounds above what their scale was. And then I got 1 pound below what I needed to be just so I have some wiggle room in case my scale ended up being lower than theirs. So I weighed in at like 179 when I only needed to be 182. Now I'm up to around, well, based on that, based on their scale, I'd be about 184.5. So I'm up like 5 to 6 pounds over the last 2 months. It's already been 2 months since then, man. But I didn't have a goal anymore. I mean, I could have maintained that if I watched what I ate, but I'm still pretty lean. I was leaner than I needed to be for that meet. But yeah, when you don't have a goal, it's easy to just fall off. Like that's why people binge and go crazy after bodybuilding shows. It's not just that you're super hungry, but it's you're super hungry and you no longer have a goal. So if you like had a goal of another bodybuilding show a week later, 2 weeks later, then you'd be a lot more inclined to not just binge and go crazy because you have a goal of needing to look a certain way. Plus, if you didn't win the show you're in, you might be like, shoot, I need to diet even harder and push in more. So having goals helps to stay motivated, but you just gotta want to do it and you gotta enjoy it as well. I enjoy working out, it's fun. I got a gym in my garage so I can do it how I want, when I want. Now I'm rambling to try to build up some more energy before this last set. So let's see what we can do. 160 once again. Let's zoom in. There we go. Safety rail saved me. Let's see if they save me again. Something too with when you're doing bench, even incline, plant your feet into the ground so you're stable. You don't want to be moving around. Like whole body stable with every lift. Focus on the muscles you want to work. Got it. 2 sets of 10. So that's good. Happy with that. Now, I start setting up for the next lift, which is good old, what are they called? Dips. There you go. So, all chest exercises work all of your chest, but certain ones hit areas of it more. If you're doing an incline press, you're still hitting your whole chest with a little bit more emphasis on the top. If you're doing flat, you're still hitting your whole chest. emphasis on the middle main part. So it's not like I'm doing incline and all I'm hitting is this top tiny portion of my chest. You're hitting all of it still. So I like to pick 3 chest exercises to emphasize each of those points. And then, like I was saying, every other workout, I'll give some emphasis on one workout, starting with the flat. On my next workout, I'll start with the incline. So incline's top of the chest, flat's your overall chest, and then dips. I prefer that to doing decline. So dips is targeting a little bit more of that lower chest. So that's what we're setting up for now. You know what? I always do my dips this way with the camera there. I guess I could try setting it up here. I don't think I'll hit. I don't know. I might hit the top. I'll move the camera a little bit. I'm going to set this up and just jump right into my first warm-up set of 7 and then figure out a better camera angle. But with dips, you know, I'll just say it after I do this set. Quick 7 reps here. Not quick, we're still going to control it, but I'm saying quick because I'll do them now. So I do one warm-up set like that, again, just to feel the movement. And then, man, my hair is all over the place. And then I'll do 2 working sets with 45 pounds on me. And the second set will be a drop set. So, can't really, maybe I can move my camera over there and get a better angle, but when I start doing dips, to make sure I get full range of motion, you know, I used to just kind of go down, hit 90 and go up, not necessarily lock out all the way, but now I go all the way down till my face touches the bar. So basically I can't go down on the bar any further, and that's full range of motion for me. So I want to get a shot of that so you can see my face touching the bar or the railing. Let's see if I can get this over here. Maybe we can make it work. To where you can see my face touching the rail. Yeah, I really like this, especially when you control it and really feel your chest. If you bend over, like if you stay upright like this, you use your triceps more. If you try to bend over, then you're pushing with your chest and your triceps. So I'm trying to treat it as if I was pushing a decline bar, but with a neutral grip, leaning forward like that, so I'm hitting the chest and not just the triceps here. So I got my dip belt, strap the weight on. Let's see, last time I got 14 reps. So let's see if I can hit 15 today. Again, even if I don't get more reps, if I get the same amount of reps, it's more overall work. Because I got more weight and more reps on other exercises than before. So not hitting your target weight really only counts on your first lift of the day. Because if you hit more on that, then it's going to be harder on your other ones. So here we go.
watching.
Yeah. Say hi to the camera, because it's live.
Oh, sorry. Hello. I'm so sorry.
The last one was tough. 14 reps though, so felt pretty good. Just had a little kick at the end. Jump myself up. But still doing 14 reps. 45 pounds hooked to you. I'm quite happy with that. Sorry if you're getting sick right now. I'm trying to move the camera for a different position here. Try to get the other side. Sorry if you get sick from cameras moving around. I do normally sweat this much, but it would likely not feel as bad because I'd have my fan running. But I don't want to kill y'all with the noise. So, got the fan off right now. Man. So next set. Last time I got 13 reps on the second set. Then I dropped the weight, do a drop set, and did 7 more with no weight. So that's the goal for this. Guess I can go ahead and start setting up my next lift for after this. I'm just gonna be doing some skull crushers and seated, bent, not bent, but seated laterals. I start doing one workout, I do standing side laterals, and the other I do seated just to give a little variation. But I want to hit that side delt every time because that's what gives you the width. You hit the front delts a lot with all the bench pressing. I do shoulder presses on my B workout as well. So I really want to focus on that side delt and the rear delts I hit on my back day. But yeah, again, if anyone's joining in, let me know if you got any questions, comments, stuff that looks like I need to improve on, because I want to improve and get better with what I'm doing. Hopefully, just like you do. So, let's see this. I like a good workout. What are we at? 44 minutes? That's not bad. Finish up this last working set at about 45 minutes, and then gives us 15 more minutes to do a few supersets of the shoulders and triceps. It's a pretty good hour-long workout. And obviously, you can jump through. I like to take my rest as long as I need till I feel like I'm good to go again, so I can get the most out of it. But you can do less rest as well if you want to get through it quicker, especially if you're at an air-conditioned gym. And just use lighter weight, because less rest is more challenging, so you probably won't be able to lift as much. But if you're hitting that time under tension control, focusing on the muscle you actually want to work, then you're probably going to get just as good results with lighter weight. Here we go. right, 12. It's all good. Drop the weight. Get back on. There's a puddle of sweat on here. All right, so we got, oh, my hair is all on my face. Shirt is sticking to me. All right, we got 12 and 6. Tilt down a little more. So not bad. Within 1 rep of each one of last time, and that's with hitting more weight on the other lifts. I'll put that in here. One day I want to eventually make my own app to track this that gives, like, you can export it into PDFs or Excel spreadsheet type of deal. Compare lifts over time, track it with progress graphs, where you could attach, like if you record it, you could upload the video and attach that to your lift. That'd be pretty sweet. So you can see how your form has changed over time. There's lots of good feedback. Okay, so now seated dumbbell lateral raise. I'm gonna just go ahead and do my first one, warm-up set for that. I do 4 sets of this and 3 sets of skull crushers. Because I've already hit the triceps a lot with all the pressing and those dips. So I do 4 sets of these. I start with laterals and end with laterals. I just like to sit, bring them all the way down. So I can't really swing. Using the 10 pounders for 15 reps. You see, I'm trying to go really high. Not just to 90 like this, but up here. Use lighter weight, get even more range of motion. Get more out of the lift with less stress on the joints. If I'm not powerlifting training, that's my goal. Less stress on my joints as much as possible. I feel my muscles burning. I don't feel any of my joints aching, and that is the ideal for me. And with skull crushers, I learned a new way to do them, or maybe it's the right way and I just never did it right. From old Mike Israetel, watching him train Dr. Mike, the other Dr. Mike, spelled out Dr. Mike. But I used to always, we got 50 pounds here to start for 15 reps. I used to just come down over my head like this and stretch, but now break at the elbows and bring it down to your chest, to your chin, and then push back up like that. You get a lot more stretch on your arms without using your lats to pull the weight over. And I've noticed a difference. It hurt at first when I got my easy curl bar, and that angle on my wrist felt a lot better. So 15 of these. So you can see, break at the elbows, kind of bring it down towards my chin, back up. even with that warm-up set, I'm starting to feel it towards the end of that set. All right, so 3 sets left. 2 more of each of those with 1 more lateral raise at the end. Forgot to grab my hat. My hair is all up in my face. It's the downside of having long hair. Ever since I got out of the military, I just let it keep growing. I like it when it's not crazy. That's why I'm always wearing a hat when I work out now. Okay. 25s. And we're shooting for the same old 10 to 15 reps on these, but when I do the skull crushers, it's going to be 15 to 20. So I'm pushing it further, higher up on the rep scale since I'm only doing 2 sets, so I really want to keep them burning longer. All right. And try not to just let them fall, control it down. One more. That's 11. Or no, 12. 12. So I got 12 of those. See, this is why I got to keep track on my phone, because if I didn't do this, I would just be doing random stuff every time I go to the gym, not remembering what I did last time, how many sets, how many reps. And you really got to focus on challenging yourself, or based on what you've done before. Okay. Let's get a little bit more of a side angle here for this. All right. So 15 to 20 reps on this. I got 70 pounds now. Break at the elbows, bring it to your face. A mouth crusher. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna see if I can hit 20 again, because I probably could have done a little bit more if I had. But you know, like I said, I'm not trying to hit failure on the first set. So I'm gonna see if I can hit 20 on the next one, and then my next workout, I might just throw on my 1 1/4 each side, so we'll go up to 72.5. Don't always have to make the 5-pound jumps. Man, getting close. What are we at? 55? We'll be good. Let's hit this.
Do you want to finish your foot?
Can I get the market salad like normal. Can you get it with an extra chicken? Those things are good. And the balsamic Chick-fil-A dinner. No. It's 11. Let's go right into those skull crushers. Sweating all over the place. All right, let's try to get 20 more of these. Last exercise. I don't know if I said already, but one of the reasons I only do 2 working sets of this is because I did a lot of tricep work. Yeah, I did. I did say that. There we go. You know what? I am such a dork. I was able to get that 20 because I was treating this like it's a 45-pound bar when it's not. It's a 30-pound bar. What a bonehead. So really, that was 55 pounds that I did on that last set. So I guess we will be doing 3 sets of this. What a bonehead. But it's all good. No big deal. So basically that last set was like my warm up and the first one was only 35 pounds. Oh, bonehead mistake. Oh, here we go. One more. All right, got it. So basically I did 2 warm-up sets. You see how sweaty I am right now? Don't think just because you're sweating, you're getting a good workout. All that means, I mean, it could be, but all that is your body cooling itself off because it's hot. If I was in a nice, cool gym, I might have a light sweat on, but here it's just crazy because it's in the mid 80s with crazy humidity, especially because it just rained. So, all right, I did get 20. So now, last 2 sets. I'm gonna do a drop set of dumbbell lateral raises. I'm gonna try to get 10 to 11 reps again with the 25s. Drop them and go up to, or go down to 15s and keep going. Here we go. One more, come on. 11, 15s. Five. This is where it starts to burn. 12. That burns. 11 and 12. Last set coming up. Let's do a little bit higher vantage point for the last set. You can see me in agony. So normally we'd be done right now, but since I don't know how to count, I got one more set of my skull crushers. And just that, man, that, you know, your arm's bent as much as it can be with your elbow. That flexion is what gets the full range of motion. As opposed to me going over my head like this, I could feel it stretch, but it's like a lot of times I get momentum with my lats to get up, but this, you can't really do that. I try to keep them in tight too. It's easier if you start going like this because then you almost push with your chest initially. So keep them tight into your body. All right. Somewhere between 15 and 20 reps. Here we go. think that was 15, which, you know, my last workout I got 18 and 18, but that's where we gotta remember how things changed, because I did an extra set of 20 with the 50 pounds, so, or 52 and a half. So I worked a more overall volume still. I definitely felt that. I don't know if that was 15 or 16. I'll have to watch the playback. I think it was 15, but either way. That is it for today's chest day A workout plan. Got a bunch of calls and stuff I missed, because I had on Do Not Disturb. But, you know, try to be happy with your physique. Push hard towards your goals. If you get into bodybuilding stuff, chances are you're always going to be comparing yourself to other people. You're not going to be happy with how you look. But compare yourself to yourself. I look at pictures of myself 4 years ago. I weighed 30 pounds less. Like, the only comparison pictures I have right now from a year ago, and I was 158 to like 175, but that was after dieting crazy for a bodybuilding show, and I was probably like 4 to 5% body fat less than in my before pictures. Right now I'm about the same leanness as I was in the before pictures, and I'm around 186, 187, something like that. So you can slowly make progress. Compare yourself to yourself and be happy with what you get. Once you get to a level of leanness you like, you can just slowly build up over time. You don't have to bulk and cut like crazy. I've bulked and cut. I've had reasons for it, powerlifting competitions, bodybuilding competitions, but I'm not unhappy with my physique. My wife doesn't care as long as I'm healthy. So, you know, do it for you. Don't worry about what other people think. Be happy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.